When bullying hits home. High school hallways can often be daunting places, echoing with the sounds of lockers slamming and chatter bouncing off the walls. Jessica, a junior at Riverdale High, had long since carved out her own niche among these corridors. Known for her sharp wit and even sharper tongue, she was both admired and feared. Her group of friends, the Fab Five, often enabled her behavior, either joining in or standing by with amused indifference. Jessica's bullying was as much a part of her identity as her straight-A report cards. She targeted anyone who seemed different, weak, or vulnerable, an easy prey in the hierarchical world of high school. Everything began to change the day a new student, Mila, arrived. Mila was quiet and unassuming, with a gentle demeanor that suggested she wouldn't harm a fly. She wore oversized sweaters and kept her head down, a beacon in Jessica's radar. Initially, Mila's first week was uneventful, but as she began to settle in, Jessica decided to test her resolve. "New girl, huh? You look like you walked out of a thrift store," Jessica smirked one day, her words cutting through the bustling cafeteria. The Fab Five chuckled, their laughter a symphony of support. Mila's cheeks flushed, but she said nothing, simply brushing past Jessica and her entourage. For Jessica, this was a green light, a signal that Mila could be easily intimidated. However, Mila was not as fragile as she seemed. Raised by parents who taught her to stand tall and be resilient, she had faced bullies before. Her silence was not a sign of weakness, but of patience. She was waiting for the right moment. The moment came sooner than expected. One afternoon, as Jessica and her friends lounged under the bleachers, they encountered Mila again. Jessica, feeling emboldened by her friend's presence, began to taunt Mila once more. "Hey, Mila! Lose your way to the library?" Jessica called out, eliciting snickers from her friends. This time, Mila stopped and turned to face her. Her eyes met Jessica's, calm and steady. "Why do you do this?" Mila asked, her voice strong yet kind. "Does it make you feel better to put others down?" Jessica was taken aback, the question piercing through her bravado. Before she could respond, Mila continued, "You could be so much more than this, Jessica. Why waste it on being mean?" Things escalated quickly, with a bit of pushing and shoving as Jessica tried to assert her dominance. But Mila didn't back down, standing her ground with quiet strength. Teachers soon stepped in and both girls were given detention. In detention, the tension was palpable. But as they talked, Jessica began to reflect on her actions. Mila's earlier words echoed in her mind, sparking a flicker of introspection. That evening, Jessica confided in her closest friend, Emma, who was part of the Fab Five. "Do you think I'm a bully?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Emma hesitated, then nodded. "Sometimes, Jess. But you don't have to be. Maybe Mila's right. Maybe there's more to you." Jessica spent the following days observing Mila from afar. She saw how Mila treated everyone with kindness, how she stood firm yet gentle in the face of adversity. It was a revelation. Gradually, Jessica began to change. She started by apologizing to Mila, an act that surprised not just Mila, but herself. Mila accepted the apology with a warm smile, offering friendship instead of resentment. Jessica's transformation didn't happen overnight, but it was genuine. She began using her influence to promote kindness, encouraging her friends to follow suit. Slowly, the culture of the Fab Five began to shift. In the end, Mila had taught Jessica a valuable lesson: true strength lies in kindness and understanding. The high school hallways still echoed with laughter and chatter, but they were now imbued with a sense of camaraderie that Jessica had once thought impossible. And so, in a twist of fate, the girl who once bullied others became an advocate for change, proving that even the toughest hearts can learn to care.